Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Joining me now, James Hochmuth, and he is a watchmaker with Betteridge Fine Jewelers. Good morning, James.
Thank you, Mark. Good morning.
And thank you for coming in.
Thank you very much.
On this wonderful Sunday morning, bright sunny skies out there, springtime.
Yes, I'm really enjoying it.
You are, aren't you? First day of spring today.
Yes.
So you make watches. I mean, I've never spoken with somebody that makes watches before, and there's an art and a science behind the whole process.
Well, the job title is mostly involving servicing the watches.
Right.
And but in order to do that properly, if I work on a vintage watch with no parts, I have to be able to make them. So that's the watchmaker. I have to be able to make the parts to service them.
Oh, so if someone comes in with a watch that is not in production anymore.
That's correct.
It's just like a car that's not in production anymore. You have to find a way to make the parts, to fabricate the parts.
Yes.
Wow. So then you do this right at Betteridge, right there at Solaris.
Yes.
Okay. So people can come in and be a part of this. And I know I talked to Paul off camera, and you guys are in the process of developing this spot where people can come and watch you do this.
Yes, that's the plan.
That's amazing. So
Thank
we're
you.
talking about JLC. It's a tricky name to pronounce, but you do a lot of work on this particular brand.
That and Rolex and Cartier. So there's
The
other brands.
very high-end
Patek Philippe
brands
as well. Yes.
And is it, the watches there at Betteridge are beautiful, beautiful. When you get to that level of watch making and watch design, are a lot of things similar from JLC to Rolex in terms of the internals and what you can do, or does each one have their own particular set of things, you know?
Well,
is that a legitimate question?
Yes, it is, absolutely.
Okay.
Thankfully, these brands like to differentiate themselves. So, for example, these two models here are from the new Geophysic line, and they're both called a true second. So you notice that the second hand is ticking and not sweeping. And this is a complication that allows you to tell time to the second. And it's a new movement from JLC. This one's in rose gold. 39.6 millimeters in diameter. It's 17,500 retail.
17,500 retail, which, like you said off camera also, that's kind of for somebody that's interested in getting in, you know, wants a nice fine timepiece. That's on a little bit more towards the higher end of that, but still that's a common price for this brand. Is that correct?
I would say that if you wanted to get in on steel, you could get in for half that on the JLC line.
So when you say steel, what does that mean?
Just the case material.
Okay, so that's this material right here.
Yes, this one's the Geophysic Universal Time, and it's in steel. It retails at $15,000. It's 41.6 millimeters in diameter. The dial's a lacquer dial. It tells time in 24 time zones. And
okay. And do you drink a lot of coffee when you work on watches?
no.
I wanted to light it up in here because this is pretty fascinating stuff. You don't, do you? Do you drink coffee at all?
One cup a day, yeah. You need it to start the morning.
And it's not just for the men. You also carry a beautiful line of ladies' watches.
Yes, this is a ladies' reverso. It's called the Duetto, and you have the option of 2 dials. So in the morning for business, it's a white Arabic number dial, and it's in steel on a steel bracelet. However, for the evening, for dinner, you can flip the dial over and you get a black dress dial with diamonds.
How fun is that?
It's great.
Now, what's the retail on a watch like that?
This one's $9,800.
Okay. These are absolutely beautiful. Really, they're beautiful. And they're available, and you have more in the line also. You also have the Rolex and the Philippe Patek?
Patek Philippe.
Patek Philippe. I guess
Yes.
it's a tough one for me to pronounce also.
Yes, we have many brands.
And you guys do a great job there at the store with all jewelry, not just about the watches. But people can come in, eventually be able to watch you actually doing stuff and working on the watches. And they're beautiful. So thanks for coming in, James.
Thank you. Really looking
Appreciate
forward
it.
to it. Love being here.
Thanks for being here, too. It's great. We're going to take it out to Leo, and he's got your weather coming up next.